Remind me to have someone help me next time. Hey guys, we've been working really hard over here at the house. We finished painting a few weeks ago, and then we just finished installing all the vinyl plank flooring. And it's looking really good over here. Today I'm doing cabinets, and so I thought I'd show you a little bit of what I'm up to. So we decided to use the same cabinets we put in our Stony Creek flip. We really loved how they look, and we also like that they come assembled. A lot of the cabinets I was looking at that were a little more inexpensive were build your own, kind of like IKEA cabinets, and I really didn't want to spend a lot of my time assembling them, so these are a really good option for us. So we got these cabinets at Lowe's for 15% off, so I think our total price was around $2,600 that we paid for them. That really is a great deal. This is a big kitchen, so there's a lot more cabinets than our last flip, and we could have spent probably about double that if we were to go somewhere else. This is the plan for our kitchen. Hopefully I can read my chicken scratch and figure out where these cabinets go. Sarah hasn't been over at the house in a while. I'll talk more about that later, but I just saw her pull up, so I'm excited to show her the progress. Hello, beautiful.
Hello. Looks good.
How's it going?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Looks good.
What do you think?
I love it. I like the floors a lot. It's a lot of gray, but I like it. We'll have to figure out a way to like make them pop more, but I like it.
You don't seem that excited.
It looks good. It looks good. It's just more gray than I thought it would be.
All right, so our original plan with cabinets was to do white cabinets because it would contrast nicely with the gray walls. But we just couldn't find any that we loved as much as the Lowe's cabinets, and we didn't think it would be an issue. But coming in here, it does seem like there's a little bit too much gray. So what do you think we should do?
So after looking it over, I'm thinking we do as much white backsplash as we can. Just to really, anything that touches the gray cabinets, if we can make sure that there's white surrounding it.
Okay.
Another idea is I wonder if we did gold pulls instead of silver. Just because these gold light fixtures look really warm, and I feel like that might make them just pop more.
Okay.
Do you have any other ideas?
I like that. I don't think it looks too bad. It's a little understated, but I think it'll make the whole room feel bigger. And
we're gonna have the white quartz marble top too, so that should really help.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it'll look really good. It's gonna look good.
All right, so the reason Sarah hasn't been over here in a while to help me is...
Pregnant.
She's pregnant.
But that means that I can't be around paint really, or a lot of dust, and I can't really lift anything heavy, so I have been zero help.
Yeah, she's usually helping me lift stuff and
I'm pretty strong.
getting down and dirty, but she's been at home, which is okay.
I've been designing.
She's been designing, yep.
Some online shopping.
Yeah.
So we kind of wanted to talk to you guys about what it's like to invest with your spouse, what that looks like, how we kind of make it work, because we obviously have different opinions and different things that we kind of bring to the table.
So when we first got married, we didn't have a lot of money.
We're poor.
We were poor. But we knew we wanted to invest in real estate. My parents had bought a foreclosure when I was in college and rented that house out to me and my friends, and I helped pay for a lot of my college. So I really saw the benefits of real estate investing from early on in life. So we were on the same page from the very beginning, and I think that was a big benefit to us because I know a lot of people don't quite get it. But from the beginning, Sarah understood what could be the long-term benefits of investing in real estate.
So one of the first things we decided to do was to house hack. And what that means is that you buy a house and then you live in part of it and rent the other part out. So like a duplex or a triplex. So that involved a lot of sacrifice from the beginning because you're living with people, you're having to deal with, problems that they're having and deal with their maintenance. Noise, everything. But we could see that the benefits of that were that we were able to stockpile that cash from what we would be putting down in a mortgage. They were paying for our mortgage for us, and we were essentially living for free. So we were able to see the reward of our sacrifice very quickly.
Yeah, and then from there, we basically had a decision: did we want to just save that money in the bank and feel comfortable with having a nice safety net, or did we want to take a risk and try to double down on the money we had made? So that's when we decided to start buying and selling houses. So over a short period of time, we really discovered that it was working well for us, and that it was something we wanted to do for careers. So I went to college to be a teacher, and the reason I wanted to be a teacher was so that I could have summers off to spend with my family. And I really thought that was the only way to do it.
Yeah.
But I'm so glad and grateful that I've been able to find this path of work because it gives me even more freedom than being a teacher.
Yeah, for sure.
So we thought we'd talk about some of the pros of flipping houses with your spouse first. So I think it really gives us a free life and a free schedule to kind of create our own priorities and what we want to spend our time on.
Yeah, we get to like take Ruby to the park on a Tuesday afternoon and just kind of create our own schedule. We don't have to ask someone else for permission when we want to go on vacation or do things like that.
There's definitely a lot of hard parts to being your own boss and to being a small business owner. The biggest one that's on our mind right now is actually insurance.
Oh yeah.
Sarah's due in September, and last time we had a baby, it cost us about $13,000 plus our insurance premium for the year. So
yeah, about $20,000 after paying $750 a month, and so
for the total for the year. But
that's definitely a price we pay for being our own boss and having that free life. So I consider it just something I have to pay.
She's okay with it. I'm it's a gut punch more to me, but
yeah, taxes I think are worse.
Also, just the pressure of having to provide and make your own money. It's not like you can just go and clock in and clock out and get a paycheck. You have to actually go and do the work, and it's all up to you to be able to make that money. So there's a lot of pressure involved with it, so you have to be able to stomach it and be comfortable with living in a feast or famine type lifestyle. So sometimes we'll get a big check and you feel like we have a lot of money, but then other times it's like, I don't know, can we afford groceries?
That's not exactly
not quite like that, but you know what I'm saying.
To an extent, it definitely is. There's times where we do have to be very careful, and we try to kind of even that out throughout the year. But when we buy houses like this, like flips and things, our bank account does very quickly go down, and that can be really scary to watch, knowing or hoping that we're going to get that back. It can be a little bit emotional or mentally draining, I think, in that sense. So part of our decision to kind of own our own business and live in that lifestyle of sometimes feast or famine, part of that was deciding to just live below our means. So we have a modest house, we try not to eat out a lot, we try to be careful with our money and invest it where we can.
Yeah, and I think the key is to just keep reinvesting your profits from the flip, so or the rental, whatever it is, to not go take that money and buy something foolish, but to
like a nice new truck or or even just a bigger house or that kind of thing.
For sure.
We do have a nice truck.
We do have a nice truck,
but we use it.
We do. So a lot of people say they can never work with their spouse. We think that's a little silly. We have had to learn to get along over the years and figure out our roles, but like in the situation we had today, I know that Sarah's eye for design is better than mine, and so at the end of the day, I just have to trust her opinion and realize that her role in that is more important than mine.
Yeah, I think a lot of it is just give and take. We have to listen to each other a lot and just choose to be kind, I guess, in those tough moments. But it is a learning curve. I think we're better at it now than we were 7 years ago. Yeah, I think part of it too is that I am so grateful for Jamie and all that he does for our family with all this stuff, all this hard work, and I see what he does, and so I try to be grateful to him, and the same I think you do for me. So I think just being grateful and kind, even though you're spending a lot of time together, is part of how we've made it work.
That's very kind. So if you guys have any questions about working with your spouse or have done it before and want to share your experience, let us know in the comments. We love having that kind of dialogue with you guys. And don't forget to like this video if you liked it and subscribe to our channel. to see the final results of this flip and if we made a bunch of cash or not.
We will.
All right, so the reason Sarah hasn't been over here in a while to help me is...
Pregnant.
Pregnant! She's pregnant, not me.
Okay.
We do love the truck. Best purchase ever.
Hopefully Dave Ramsey's not listening.